Hear me out, people. We are now currently in the beer era of making cherry cola style sour ales. Someone please check on Drekker because the stuff they are doing is crazy. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Josh here, Half-Ass Beer Review, and tonight we have a can of Wild Purdy Cola, cherry cola style sour. Now, I was always under the understanding that Purdy or Pert was like a raspberry type thing, but now I'm the Wild Purdy Cola thing is throwing me off. These are usually somewhere in the realm of 6% ABV. I think. They don't say these ones on the can. It used to be a gripe of mine, but now I really don't care because I know whatever is going to be pretty darn tasty. On the back here, we have just the gimmicks for these, cherry and cola syrup. Now, I love cherry Coke. I even love wild cherry Pepsi, and I love Dr. Pepper. So I think, no, let me say that again. I know that I'm going to love this beer, if you can even call it that. But the can art on it, Punch Gut, shout out to Punch Gut, shout out to Drekker. I would love to make it out to Drekker Fest this year. I don't know if it's in the cards, just a lot of stuff going on, but I love the artwork of this. I love the beer that's in the can, so without further ado, let's figure that out. Let's pop it open. Let's pour it. Look at it, smell it, taste it, see what it's got going on. Zero head whatsoever, zero head. We got a nice little lacing, a little bit of that beer fiber popped up on the glass there. Big cherry vibes, like this is just exploding with cherry aroma. Not really getting much. Not really getting much of like a cola smell from this, more of the kind of sour beer, like the fruited sour beer, like the cherry kind of vibe, but that's about it. The thing looks like cherry puree in a glass. It doesn't look super thick like I thought it was going to, but hey, it doesn't matter as long as it's hitting the flavor profile, right? So only one thing left for us to do, and that is to try this beer. As always on Half-Ass Beer Review, we do little drink, big drink. Cheers, everybody. This is insane. Everything Drekker does is absolutely insane. Now, I'm not saying this tastes like cherry Coke or cherry Pepsi or even Dr. Pepper, but the fact that they've made like a sour cherry beer with like a great cola background to it is just awesome. First of all, I'm getting real cherry from this, and then I'm getting like the cola vibes, cola syrup. It's not really syrupy. It's got a great mouthfeel to it. It's a little bit on the thicker side compared to most beers. I know it's not thick looking, but when you compare it, like the mouthfeel on it is a lot heavier than what you would say like a pale ale is or a lager or something like that. But I mean, just look at how dense this beer looks. It's just, man, it's something else. Like the cola vibes are coming through, but that cherry's right up front, making itself known. And then that cola sneaks in there and it vibes very well with the cherry. That's insane. That's insane. No carbonation, which might be what's kind of throwing it off from the cherry cola vibe. But just cherry and cola in this thing. I don't know how they do it. There's some witchcraft, some voodoo, some little satanic something or other going on in that brewery. And I have to find out. I have to get there and find out what's going on there, how they do it. And I will shake down as many people as I have to in that facility to learn their secrets. Now, here's what my issue with a lot of these style of beers is after I'm done with one, could I possibly have another one? They're so sweet. They're very rich. And I understand changing up like flavor profiles after if you could do it again, but like definitely having the same one seems like a big mountain to climb. But in this case, and I think it has to do with the cola, I could go for another one of these right after I'm done with this one. Now, how many more after that could I do? that would be a lot harder of a question, because as much as this isn't like a lot of the other ones, it's still kind of in the same vein. So I think after the second one, I'd have to draw that line and switch to something a little bit lighter. And if you can't handle these styles, you like the taste of them, but you can't have a whole one. If you can't handle just how rich and thick these are, just share them with your friends. Get a few different styles. Get 4 different styles of Drekker or 450 North or whoever you're getting it from, and just split them 4 ways. So that way you just get enough flavor to enjoy it, and you can have more different ones instead of just all of one. Now, I don't normally rate beers on the channel at all. You'll never see me rate beer on the channel. But if I still did, out of 5, this one's getting a solid 4.25. This thing is great. And the way I just said 4.25, 4.25 makes me feel like I am not in video format, that I am on audio only, and I really have to accentuate what I'm saying to get people to tune in. Although my video form, I really don't know how to get people to tune in anyway, so it is what it is. And this beer is a 4.25. I love it. I love everything Drekker does. Even the stuff that's been a little miss, I'm still a fan of it, and I could drink it again. Now that's going to do it for this episode of Half-Ass Beer Review. Thank you all for stopping by and checking out another beer with me. Before you go, check out my friends Banter and Babble for the best pop culture wrap-up. My friend Drassen the Dungeon Master over at 7 Dungeons for the best Dungeons and Dragons on the planet. And also my friends at Truth Beer Podsequences for the best Cincinnati beer podcast wrap-up of the week. And always remember to please keep those fridges full and have a great night.